Hey guys, it is in fact 40 degrees outside, so that's why I've got my cloth here. So, if I start to sweat just a little bit, that's why. I'm a winter person, I can't take the heat. It's just, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much, I tell you. It's too much. Okay? Okay, let's start the video. Let's go. Is it possible that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, the sequel, will release sometime next year in 2020? Maybe. Now, despite the fact that we, as fans, have been given nothing concrete since the incredible 2019 E3 reveal, that was this year, it is apparent that Nintendo are really pushing for this sequel to be developed as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Now, you see, according to Monolith Soft's website, the company that's co-developing the game, they are currently hiring for a new character modeler, concept art designer, scenario planner, and map modeler in relation to a new Zelda game. And it's pretty safe to assume that this is actually Breath of the Wild 2, not some random other game, because they worked on the first one. Now, this follows on from in September, just a few months ago, we learned that a terrain designer would be brought in onto the sequel to create an experience unlike those we saw in the first game, alright? So the job listing said, and I quote, "For now we cannot commit much about the game, but our goal is to offer new gaming experiences that exceed those of the previous game. So we will need the skills of many people to create this new game." It also said, let me just scroll down. It also said, "That's the reason we are looking for new terrain designers at Nintendo." And also, before this, we also learnt from a job ad that new dungeons will be added to the game this time around. Mind you, this could just be shrines. Because it said we need a dungeon designer. But this could be more Divine Beast. We don't actually know if that's actual dungeons. But fingers crossed Nintendo will listen. And we will get proper dungeons. Like the Skyward Sword ones, which are the best in the series. They are. Don't attack me. And another job listing said, "If you have a strong passion for creating interesting things, a heart of hospitality for users, and people who have such things, of course, I am happy that the Zelda team is the best team for those people." And then it continues on to say, "In the first place, the Zelda team is not a group of people who can do anything, but a group of people with different personalities. So even if you haven't mastered software such as Maya, I think it's Maya, you can say that if you are motivated, you can't lose to anyone." What does this all mean? Why am I just reading this out to you guys? Well, it's because all of this indicates that Nintendo are really ramping up this game and building it to be a worthy successor to the previous one, which many consider, including myself, to be the best game, or one of the best games. I think it's the best for this last decade, 2010 to 2019. Yeah, that's 10 years. I can do maths, don't worry. And this means it's going to come next year, because, you see, with the job listings, they're really trying to ramp it up, trying to get as many people on board to try and develop it as quickly as possible, so we might get it next year. They did reveal it sometime this year. So, a year from reveal to release isn't that far. And on a more speculative note, next year also sees the release of the Xbox Series X, they're great at names, and the PlayStation 5. If Nintendo is going to want to compete with those giants, two new giants, well, then they will need to stand up to the wrath of Microsoft and Sony with something big. And they're not going to release Nintendo Switch 2 next year. We might get a Pro. Actually, it's possible we could get a Nintendo Switch Pro, but I think what's going to actually compete is going to be a massive new game. And what's better than the sequel to Breath of the Wild? Not much. Anyway, that's all that I have for today. What do you guys think? Based on the job listings, which are trying to ramp up the game's development, and the competition for next year, do you think that we might see Breath of the Wild 2, it's not actually going to be called that, that's just what we call it at the moment, the sequel, next year? Do you think it's possible? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Anyway, also, we just hit around 250 subscribers. Thank you so much, and here's for the next 200 subs. Well, actually, let's try and get to 300 first. Let's try and do that. That's been all for me for today. I'm the TheAussieViking. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye. What is it with this window that you guys like so much? Because I have no idea. To me, it's just a window.